Okay, guys, shooting starts in 1 minute. Make sure the levels are right on Mr. Thaddeus' mic.
Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2. Got a good read on me?
This is Nia Sterling with the Southern Blackberry Podcast, and today we have the incomparable Mr. Thaddeus. Mr. Thaddeus, thank you so much for having us in your lovely space.
And thank you for having me on your show. We glad to have you here in our home. You met my wife Eleanor and my great-grandchildren Fat and Mika, and my grandson Dontrell been hauling off from y'all when y'all got here. So you met a little bit of my family, but we glad to have y'all here and to talk about the new song Juicy Fruit. Welcome.
So, Mr. Thaddeus, be honest, what is the real story behind your new single Juicy Fruit?
The song itself is an anthem for women all over the world. And I'm talking about from every kind of culture, Black, Hispanic, Asian, white, Chinese, African, Brazilian. I mean, all kind of different women from all kind of different nationalities, from small women to middle-sized women to big women. The song celebrates femininity and the essence of who God created a woman to be. And if anybody that's had any woman that's been worth anything to them can tell you that when you celebrate her, it causes a reaction that'll change your life. That'll change your life.
Mr. Thaddeus, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from?
Sure. I was born in a little bottom in a place called Manville, a place you probably never heard of. But that's in between like the Bishopville and Sumter County and Lee County and Sumter County. And I used to be called Carter's Crossing, many years ago, but they changed the name to Manville. And early on in my childhood, my mom and my daddy, they matriculated to a place they called Woodrow. And that's where most of my upbringing has been, and that's where I've been all my life. And I'm proud of where I am from. And married my wife, Eleanor. We have 12 children, and a host of grandchildren and great-grandchildren, and us living life. I don't answer to nobody. I run my own farm. I grow my own food. Because there's so much things going on with the food and thing these days. If you don't grow your own food, you're in trouble. So I grow my own food, and I always have been of the mindset that if a man don't work, he don't eat. Understand? So I work for everything what I have. I go out there and I bring it in. My wife take care of the home, and I take care of making sure that I provide for the family and always have.
If someone listens to Juicy Fruit, what do you want them to feel immediately?
If someone listens to Juicy Fruit for the first time, what I would like for them to feel is, women in particular, I want them to feel empowered. I want them to feel beautiful. I want them to feel loved. I want them to feel celebrated, you understand? And for the men, I want men that hear this song to feel free to tell a woman how wonderful and beautiful she is. As men, it's just part of our nature and also part of how we've been programmed and raised. We do not verbalize a lot of what we feel for a woman. So a lot of things come out through our actions, you understand? And but women love to hear what a man feel about them. And so Juicy Fruit offers an opportunity for a man to express to that woman how he feels about her. If he just send her the song in a text message or send her some of the lyrics from the song, it will tell her. So I'm helping the men to be free, you understand, to tell the woman how he feels about her in his life, if he's got a good woman. Yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Was there a point recording Juicy Fruit where you thought, yeah, this one's different?
I can do you one better. I knew Juicy Fruit was different sitting here on this chair when it came to me. I knew that it was different. And just because of the way the words came, how it felt, I'm a believer in this right here. And hopefully, I don't want to go too deep on the people's on here, but when God give you an idea or a gift, whatever he give you, if you don't use it, if you don't channel that thing and put it out in the world, that frequency, that will go to somebody else. And then somebody else will be benefiting from the thing that God was trying to get to you, was trying to get you to do. And for whatever the reason, you decide you didn't want to do it. And so I have learned in all my years of living that if God give you something, an idea or anything drop on you, no matter what it is, move quickly. Because that vibration is in the earth. And if you don't catch it, somebody else will catch on to that vibration and they will benefit from it. You understand? So I knew as soon as I felt that when the words was coming out of my mouth and I felt that vibration, I knew that something was different on this year and I had need to jump on it as quickly as possible.
What was the most unexpected reaction you've gotten to the song so far?
Well, if I must say, I've gotten so many reactions from this and so much a positive and thing. And the people's just responding to it because it's so relatable. Women want to hear it. They want to be praised. And men want somebody to show them how to honor and lift a woman up. And so them chairmen showing me on TikTok and on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and all them places, they've been showing me the little message and thing people been leaving, saying how much they love this song. They love the groove of the song and the words and all this and that and this and that. And so that's been surprising to me because go this old man coming out with this y'all song, and all of the young peoples, the old peoples, and all the peoples is catching on to it. And I like that kind of carrying on. Oh, excuse me. Hold up. Excuse me. Hello? I can't talk right now. I'm in an interview. I'm gonna have to call y'all back. I'm in an interview. All right. Sorry about that.
If Juicy Fruit was a vibe, where would people be listening to it?
The cookout. Let me tell you something. Juicy Fruit is one of them feel-good songs. It's starting to warm up outside. I saw bees flying around here the other day. It's starting to warm up. People finna start having cookouts. People finna start sitting on the porch. People finna start having them seafood brown. People finna start doing all of that. And you're gonna need some good music. And so Juicy Fruit just adds on to what they already got. They're gonna be playing these songs at the cookout, and I'm excited. I want people to post on Facebook and on all these social media thing around here when they start playing Juicy Fruit, so we can what they're doing, so we can be excited about it.
Did anyone in the studio say, "Whoa, this is a hit"?
Well, first of all, if I must say, I had a great group of musicians in there. Elijah got some boys, some guys together to come and help me to lay this shine down. And Duran Alexander, Tishawn Alexander, a wonderful drummer, a lady drummer, Shanavia McFadden. I mean, she's something like Sheila E. And David Jeter was in there. It was just a great experience. And I mean, we knew once we cut the first round Deshaun is something. Deshaun is something else. And the musicians look at each other, and I believe, and I ain't had been there, they might have would have cussed. But since I've been in there, they ain't cussing in front of the old man. But I believe they want to cuss to one another and say, God, we got us one, yeah. And so they was excited in the studio, and I was glad to see the reaction and the look on their face. Oh, and another musician was Josh Stewart, yeah, and he played lead on that. So they was excited and make me excited. I said, well, if y'all think this young gonna be a hit, I gonna go by what y'all say.
Who was the first person you wanted to hear the record when it finished?
First person I took the song to once we finished it was my wife Eleanor. And I wanted her to yell. I said, Eleanor, you ain't gonna believe this yet. I said, I done went from the chair to the studio. Understand? And so we listened to it, and she liked it very well. And I let my children yet, and let my grandchildren and stuff like that. And my grandchildren said, Granddaddy, this y'all sound good. This y'all sound like a Southern soul. And I say, well, I'm glad y'all like it. I'm glad y'all enjoying it. I say, this y'all, Granddaddy, y'all can do the same thing what Granddaddy doing. I say, the Lord give y'all a gift or something, y'all use that gift. Understand? I try to impart into my children and grandchildren and things. But yeah, so the first person to answer your question would be my wife, Eleanor.
What inspired the sound of the record?
Well, the sound was inspired by what is in me, We got some blues in there, Southern soul, and that little undertone of gospel, you understand? And that's a recipe for success right there if you ever had one. A lot of the peoples now is into the Southern soul, and there's some very great, singers in that. 803 Fresh, King George, who else? I mean, there's so many of them. What's the girl name? West Love, and all these different Tony Armanio, Anthony Q. There's so many of these young boys out here taking that Southern soul and going along with it. And so the song is fashioned in that regard. The little blues undertone and a little gospel. So that kind of inspired the sound that us was going for.
Mr. Thaddeus, can you tell me about who were some of your inspirations as far as musical artists?
Well, some of my musical inspirations, as you would imagine, I love Johnny Lee Hooker and Lightning Hopkins, B.B. King, Muddy Waters, Big Mama Thornton, and all of them, all the blues people. That's my roots, and growing up on Sunday mornings, Daddy would turn the radio on and thing, and he would play those quartet groups, from back in the day. So you had the Soul Stirrers and the Dixie Hummingbirds, the Pilgrim Travelers, the Highway QCs, the Fairfield Four. You had all of those groups back in the day that Daddy would play on Sunday. And so those were the artists that influenced me, as I was growing up. And so I've always taken a liking to music, always been into music. And those artists heavily influenced me in what I do, especially in regards to this song. And you can hear those undertones in there as you listen to Juicy Fruit.
What part of the song hits you the hardest personally?
I'm sorry. Hold on a minute. I'm sorry. I thought my wife would get it. Hello? I'm in an interview. I have to call you back. An interview for Juicy Fruit. I have to call you back. All right. Sorry about that. All right. Where we starting back from? The part of the song for me, if I must say, that sticks out the most, that's what I enjoy, is that first verse. If you oblige me a moment, the first verse goes something like I'll say, have you ever had a woman that really blows your mind? She ain't like no fake Birkin bag. That woman is one of a kind. When she comes into your life, everything goes up, up, up. Her love is like Granny's tater pie, and I just can't get enough. The reason why I like that verse so much is because any man in the world that has had a good woman will tell you that he can have 20 women's after that, and he'll never get that woman out of his mind. See, a good woman, a woman is a receiver, a man is a giver. So a woman will take whatever you give her and she will multiply that and present it back to you. You understand? She is a garden that you plant a seed in. And that seed is going to grow up and return whatever harvest of the seed that you plant down there in her. You understand? Now, if you plant the right kind of seed down in a woman, she will multiply that seed and will turn your life into something that you never have seen before. And so when that kind of woman come into your life who's open to you depositing into her, she'll change your whole entire life. And if you try to get 90 women after her, none of them will work out because that woman have changed your life. You have opened her to operate in her femininity. And when I say femininity, I'm not talking about her perfume and all that. All that is a part of it. You want a woman that smell good and feel good and all that. But operating in her femininity is way more spiritual than it is physical. And she is able to elevate your life and to take your life to places you've never been. If you want to see the success of a man, look at the woman what he got in his life. Every successful man, if you think I'm lying, you check it out and you see I'm not telling you wrong. Every successful man you ever see, he have a woman in his life. Listen to what I'm telling you now. He have a woman in his life that is feeding into him, that is pushing him, that is speaking and praying over him to get him to that next level. And if you think I'm lying, you ask any XL successful man, if there's a woman somewhere around, you can't live without them. I don't care what you can't live without them. I don't care what kind of thing y'all see on the internet and these children be talking to can on. You can't live without them. And I ain't trying to sound like no simp or nothing like that. I'm telling you the truth. You can't live without them. You can't first be out without a woman. And that's for that on the real. That.
I've heard you talk a lot about relationships and how men and women relate to each other. Do you think that women get the praise and honor that they deserve?
No, I don't think women get their just due. And that ain't just started. That's been going on since the beginning of time. Even that Bible, that same Bible y'all be reading, women are treated as second-class citizens. You understand? That was the reason Sarah and Abraham got in the predicament they was in, because Sarah was looked down upon because she could not provide a child for Abraham. You understand? And so women have always been treated a certain way. When the woman was caught in the act of adultery, they've been going to stone the woman to death. But if the woman was committing adultery, that means the man been doing it too, ain't it? So why wasn't the man being stoned to death? You understand? So women have always gotten the bad brunt of it. And we got to be honest. I mean, there are double standards in the world, and that's just the way it is. And it's been like that before I come here. So it don't need to be for me to pretend like I'm going to change that when it comes to that. You understand? There's a double standard. A man can do things that a woman can't do. A man can have 30 different women, and he changed his life, and he decided he want to settle down, and people say that's so good, he done changed his life, he done settle down. A woman can have 30 men, and she'll never live it down. For the rest of her life, they're gonna be on her about the 30 men what she had. You understand? So do I think women's get to just do? No. And that's why Juicy Fruit seeks to praise them Praise a good woman. Everybody got a past now. Ain't nobody past is squeaky clean. But when you find a woman who has come into herself and understands her femininity, you understand, she ought to be celebrated. I hope that answered your question.
Where can people download your music?
Oh, this is my manager question. Yeah. They tell me say you can go, it's on all digital outlets. You can download it on Apple iTunes, Spotify, all them places. It's on YouTube, it's on Instagram, it's on TikTok. Use it in your videos. They tell me say, them church tell me say you can use it in your videos. You can send it to somebody. I mean, just share it. Yeah, just download it, stream it, stream it.
Got it.
Well, Neil, I'm glad and pleased to meet you, and glad that you was able to come here to our home and do this here for us. And this year, it's the time to celebrate women's. What's wrong with that? Mr. Thaddeus sang gospel and he's singing the blues. Well, the blues ain't nothing but a good woman feeling bad. Now, what's wrong with that? Nothing at all. See, if there's a woman in your life and that woman is dealing with something or going through something and she don't feel good, get her to feeling good. What's wrong with that? Nothing at all. That's human nature. That's human nature. Celebrating that woman. Thank you.